Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Grace Pomeroy, and I'm a financial educator, speaker, and coach. And I can help you make money your friend in life, work, and love. I am so excited to have all of you online with me tonight, whether you're joining me live on Thursday night or you are watching later on. I'm so grateful that you stopped to enjoy this video. I promise I won't take more than but a few minutes of your time, and it's going to be well worth it, especially because there's a giveaway at the end. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's my first ever giveaway. Alrighty, so I promised that the topic for tonight was going to be big goals. I don't know about you, but oftentimes when I'm working towards big goals, I feel like I am stuck in a cycle of endless waiting. Endless waiting for two reasons. One, you might be stuck in a cycle of endless waiting because you know you have a goal you'd like to work towards, but you haven't made any steps, and you wonder, is this ever going to become a reality? Am I ever going to be able to just step out and begin to make this goal happen? Or number two, you might have started taking some baby steps towards your goals, but you realize that in order to get there, you're going to need to make some pretty big leaps, and you're not even beginning to see that the end is in sight. So it can just feel like you're chipping away and away and away, but never seeming to really get there. I absolutely know what this feels like. When I graduated from seminary, I had student loan debt, and I did not have a ton of student loan debt. I was about average by statistical standards. I was at about between $20,000 and $30,000 in debt, but it still felt like a ton of money to me when I had my first full-time job. It was just overwhelming to have that much debt and not know when or if ever I'd be able to pay off that debt. And then when my husband and I got married, we added even more debt to our family, doubling and tripling that amount of debt, so much so that it felt so incredibly overwhelming. We wonder, are we ever going to be able to pay off that debt? But one of the best things that we did in terms of making that big goal a reality, and the biggest suggestion that I can give you, is to sit down and get to know your goal. Get to know it. What are you actually aiming towards? In our case of repaying debt, it was pretty easy. We wanted to get rid of all of the student loan debt that was hanging around us. We didn't have other types of credit card debt, anything like that, but we wanted to get rid of the student loan debt and really begin to start our lives in a debt-free way. So first and foremost, what are you trying to do? Now, with student loan debt, it's easy, but with other goals, this might be less tangible. For instance, another goal that my husband and I are pursuing right now is helping him to get an overland Jeep vehicle. This is his big goal, big passion. He wants to make it happen. But to be honest, being a little bit more the money person in the relationship, I didn't quite understand what an overland Jeep vehicle was, and I hope no one comments to ask me about it because I certainly can't tell you all the details. So one of the biggest things we had to do was sit down and go through it so we knew exactly what that goal was. I had to ask him, which Jeep are you pursuing? How much does it actually cost? What is our timeline for getting this Jeep? What other features might you need in order to be able to begin this more adventurous overland Jeep lifestyle? Put together that full picture for yourself. What does this goal really look like? Now, step one is often where people get stuck. For instance, in my full-time job, I talk to people a lot about saving for retirement. That's kind of my bread and butter in my financial education role. And I find that a lot of people have more questions than answers when it comes to retirement. They want to know, will Social Security be there for me? Will a pension be there for me? What are all of the other sources of income I might have? And sometimes what I find is that people are hiding behind those questions. They're hiding behind those questions. In other words, they don't actually want to know the answer as much as they want to be able to stall having to make their own contributions. So if you're stuck in this situation, maybe you're trying to save for your kid's education or saving up for an emergency fund, and it feels like such a big goal and you don't have all the answers, the best thing you can do is get started. Open up a savings account and start tossing some money into that account while you get all of those details in order and get your research done. Now, if your goal is student loan debt repayment, here's a couple specific suggestions for you. Get to know your loans. Do your research. Get to know how much you owe. What is that principal balance? How much do you owe in interest? What is your interest rate? What repayment programs are available to you? I know it can feel overwhelming, but especially if you have loans through the government, there are tons of great resources on studentloans.gov to give you some help and guidance in that area. So once you've gotten to know your goal, what you're actually aiming for, how much it costs, and what your timeline is, then it's time to start breaking down that goal into manageable pieces. As I always like to say, all you got to do is divide that cost by the timeline you have and see if it's feasible. Either it isn't or it is. If you find that it isn't feasible, ask yourself, am I willing to wait a little longer for this goal? Or am I willing to find a little extra money? Maybe start a side hustle, maybe give up something in my life so I can make this goal a reality. Those are the two strings that you have to pull there. You can either spend less or you can expend that time so you can extend the time out a little further. Once you've got a realistic plan in place, you know how much money you've got to put towards that goal to make it happen in your timeline, then I suggest pinpointing some milestones along the way. This is incredibly important. Pinpoint those milestones. On student loan debt, it's pretty easy because once you get a loan paid off, you can have a little celebration. For other goals, it might take a little more strategy. Maybe every time you save in $1,000 increment, that's when you celebrate. Or maybe once you buy enough money, let's say for my husband's Jeep vehicle, for a tire or to get a windshield, whatever it might happen to be, parcel out that goal into little pieces and celebrate. Don't just give each other a high five, make a big moment out of it. Go get an ice cream cone. Go get a hot chocolate. Maybe you decide to go out to a fancy restaurant. Whatever it might be, make this goal happen by making sure these little milestones happen as well. I know it might seem dumb to celebrate those little pieces, but believe me, it's going to make you feel like you've made some momentum along the way. And last but not least, make that goal happen. And one of the best ways to do that is to keep the end goal in mind. Don't feel like you're in that hamster wheel of endless waiting. Visualize, what is my life going to be like when I have that overland Jeep vehicle? When I have a fully funded emergency fund, when all of my student loan debt is paid off, when I'm on my dream vacation. Better yet, find a picture, Google it, find something that is your imagination of what your life will be like and put it up everywhere that's important to you. Make it the background on your computer screen, put it up on your fridge, put it up on your bathroom mirror, make it the background on your phone so that you never lose your vision of what your life is going to be like next. Alrighty, so we're 8 minutes in and I bet you're all wondering, where is that giveaway that she was talking about? All right, here we go, drum roll. Here's the giveaway. I have a big goal strategy session. It is a coaching session. It's 1 hour with me to help make that big goal a reality. During that time, we will solidify all those pieces of your research. I'm going to ask you to do a little work ahead of time, just so we have a better sense of the cost and the timeline and what you're actually trying to do. But if you get stuck, don't worry. This is your time to ask a financial educator, someone who is educated on the topic of finance and has some experience, your real questions. And then we're going to break it down. I'm going to give you a sense of accountability. I guarantee you, you're going to leave this session motivated. You're going to have a plan for the next couple steps, or even all the way to the finish line, depending on what we can accomplish in that hour. It's a virtual session, just 1 hour of your time and a little bit of research ahead of time. And I know that this is one of the best ways that you can make that goal a reality in 2019. So here's the giveaway. In honor of my 3rd Facebook Live, I am giving away 3 big goal strategy sessions. 3, I'm telling you, 3 of them. I cannot wait to give these away to you. All you have to do is like my post, my live, If you're in the live right now, you can like it then. And comment. Leave me a comment. You can do that on the recording where the post is listed, or you can do it inside the live right now. Just let me know you're in and you're interested. This could also be a great Christmas gift for someone you know who's got a goal they're working towards, but they need someone to help them with the accountability, figuring out the numbers, someone to talk through the situation with, to help them get to the why behind the what of this goal. So again, I'm giving away 3 of these, and best yet, I'm not going to give them away till the 26th because I'm guessing there are a couple of you watching right now that are at grandma's house, your parents' house, hanging out on the couch, scrolling through your phone. You've come across my Facebook Live, you're interested in the giveaway, and you wonder, am I still eligible? Yes, you are. Up until the end of the day on the 25th, I'll be taking all of the different folks who are interested, throwing them into a hat on the 26th, and drawing out 3 names. And best of all, if you don't end up winning, I am going to give away a really sweet discount code. So you can still take advantage of this great offer for a bargain. You just aren't necessarily going to get it for free. So if you're interested, like and comment. No matter what, I am here to help you make these big goals a reality. Follow my blog. I've got a lot of great tips and suggestions, no matter what your goal is, and I'd be so excited to work with you to make this happen in 2019. So you're no longer stuck in the cycle of endless waiting, but you're seeing that end goal and you're sprinting towards it as quickly as your budget will allow. Have a wonderful holidays, everyone. It's been so great to have you online. Bye.